Aloha, Christine. Hey, it's Jen in Hawaii, and I'm going to attempt, and I mean attempt, to do a video tutorial for you on retro hair for your skating performance, as requested. So bear with me. I am not a professional hairstylist or hairdresser or anything like that. Any of the tools and tips that I'm going to show are just purely based off of things that have worked for me personally. So I'm just putting that out there. So I'm going to try. This is the first time I've ever done a tutorial on anything. So we'll give this a shot. So with retro hair, I found that it requires a lot of products. More or less just to give it some texture so it'll actually hold these very structured styles. So one of the first things I do is wash your hair with shampoo. Do not use conditioner because it's going to leave your hair super silky and it doesn't tend to hold those really sculptural things. So make sure that no conditioner. Once you've shampooed it, I like to use Redken products. This is their Hot Sets formula. This stuff is the bomb. So I'll take my hair when it's wet, spray it, dry it out, gives a lot of volume and gives it some texture to actually hold these styles. So that one's awesome for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. This is going to be interesting trying to do this in my iMac and not in a mirror, so bear with me. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is section the hair. So there's no real rhyme or reason to this. You know, if you have a part already, go for it. If not, create one. So we'll just go in like that. Alright, next thing you're going to do is take a section. So this doesn't have to be like super symmetrical here. Just go ahead and grab that front section like so. And as you can see here, I'm not, it's not super, I'm not being precision with this by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, so once you have it, you're going to pull it over to one side like so. And then we're going to just start back combing it. Okay, this is going to give it some volume so you can actually create that big curl in the front. Okay, so once you've done that, you can see, voila, we got some interesting form going there for sure. Alright, then what I'm going to do is take the smooth brush and just very gently go over the top of it just to give the top hairs a nice smooth effect, okay? Then I'm going to take the end of the hair, start wrapping it around my finger until we get down to the base, okay? Once you're down to the base, you're going to want to take a bobby pin. Now, I have lighter hair, so I like to use the actual blonde-colored bobby pins. I think it's Goody that makes these, so if you have lighter hair, definitely use the light or the gold-colored ones. You don't want to use black, otherwise you're going to have these little black lines all over everything, okay? So I'm just going to, go ahead and pin that right there. And then what I'm going to do is just take my thumb and kind of create that circle. Fan it out a little bit. Go up and over. Okay? So once you've achieved the circle, and yes, I do look like I escaped from Whoville here in Zeusland. I'm going to take the hairspray and just go ahead and give it a light spray. You can kind of do a little bit more sculpting here. Now this pin can be removed later once the hair dries, or you can leave it in if you need a little bit more, if your hair's a little bit thicker, especially for skating, you want that extra hold, that can stay there. Now as I said, my hair is unfortunately not really primed for this look because it's starting to fall already, but you get the idea. Alright, then you're going to take that section of hair directly under it, and that's just from the ear up, okay? We're going to go there and we are going to back comb that as well. Now, of course, the more you back comb, the bigger that's going to be. And I really go to town on this when I've got product in it. So, as you can see now, I have got the volume I'm looking for. So I'm going to go back in with that smooth brush, and I'm going to bring it all the way up and over the curl. You just pull that sucker back right into it, like so. Okay, once it comes to the top, you're going to go back in with your bobby pin and simply secure it at the top. Now, keep in mind, this is for skating, so I definitely suggest, not even suggest, I'm telling you, you've got to double cross your bobby pins, like so, okay? If you don't, the likelihood of them falling out on the ice is pretty great, and if you've ever skated over one of these little suckers are the kiss of death for a figure skater, so make sure you cross your bobby pins, okay? So once that's up on the top, you can kind of go back and smooth that all out. This is not easy without my mirror, but you get the general idea. Okay, once you've created that look, go back in with your hairspray just to kind of set it so it doesn't fall out anywhere. Okay, now the hairspray I'm using is also a Red Redken product. This is 23. They make one 25 that's called Head Play. That's the one I would use for performance. Since I don't really feel like brushing that out of my hair right now, I'm using 23, which is still pretty strong hairspray, but 25 is definitely, as you were asking, spin and jump proof. Awesome stuff. Okay, so while that's still slightly wet, you can kind of go back in and mold the style a little bit more to however you want it. Go back in there to the center, same thing, right in the middle. You can get those small little wispy hairs to conform. Now, one of the traits of the retro look is that really high gloss. There's a lot of different gloss sprays out there. I have one, unfortunately, but I left it at competition last week, so I don't have it with me. But you just have to use them sparingly because they do have an oil in them. Most of them do have an oil in them, and they tend to weigh the hair down. And especially with a style like this, you don't want your thing looking like Elvis. All right? Okay, so for the next section, you're going to take all of the hair from here down to the top of the ear, okay, and comb it down. Go ahead and keep that in the back. All right, and we're going to do that same back combing all the way up. Okay, so as you can see now, we've got that all back combed out. So we're going to go back in with that softer brush and just very gently taking only the top hairs so we keep that all nice and smooth, okay? Grab it up from the back, and you can see right there it's still a little, you can still see through it a little bit, so very sparingly. Okay. Pull that up, give it a little twist at the top, and pop it forward. Now when you're doing that little pop forward, you can kind of play with it because you kind of have to adjust it so it's balanced with this side. And then once you've got that balance, go in with your bobby pins. And once again, doing the X, I'm gonna skip doing the X one right now just for sake of time. But there you can see that side is up and in place. Okay, give that a spray. And you just take your hand and smooth right over the top to make sure all the little hairs are in and create that nice effect. Okay, now as far as the bottom of your hair goes, that's really up to you for skating. If you have shorter hair like I do, you can curl it under and, you know, create that whole like Betty Page look and pin it underneath like so. Well, it's not working with me at the moment, but you can do like a reverse of one of these but goes underneath, so you get that more bob look to it. If your hair is longer, you can definitely put it up in a bun. One of the looks that I will do for skating a lot is just putting it in 2 rolls. I'm going to attempt to do that. It's not the easiest thing to do, not being able to see, so bear with me because I'm going to do this very blind. Just taking the hair on the sides and you just roll it back into itself. And give it a little twist here. And secure it with a bobby pin. Like I said, I'm doing this completely blind, so I'm hoping that is somewhat symmetrical, hopefully, but you get the general idea. As I've said this many times throughout the video, a mirror is definitely helpful. To complete the look, hit up your nearest like Claire's or Icing or any of those accessory stores. So I got this cute little rose. You can just, you know, apply it, set it in right there, and you've got instant, perfect easy look. One of the other things I like to do is add the hats. And these are all the rage right now. If you check out, I think I got this one at Hot Topic, or Claire's, excuse me. I got this one at Claire's. Hot Topic has them. They're really super fun to work with. And most of them come with a comb, so you can actually set them in, and they're on a hard base. So you can just kind of play around with where you want that to go and create that look and give it a finished look. So you've got the instant pinup look. To complete the whole look, definitely hit up your local Mac store and check with your local artist there, and he or she will be glad to help you complete the whole retro look. We've got a lot of great products there. So have fun, and hopefully good luck with your competition, and let me know how it goes with the hair. And we will see you later. Bye.